Hi, empaths. Welcome back to this channel. I'm hoping all of you are doing very well. Today is March 20th, and it is spring equinox. So happy spring equinox to those of you who are celebrating the equinox. And today's also my birthday. I'm a spring baby, and it's actually the last day of Pisces season. So I'm a Pisces. I barely made it, born on the cusp. So I have that water element of compassion and intuition, and I'm on the cusp of Aries. So I do have that fire. I have both energies, but so many Pisceans are empaths. And so, happy birthday, Pisceans, and of course, welcome all empaths. It's very interesting. I was told recently, I haven't done the research myself, so I can't prove that it's true, but I was told that Jesus, the ascended master Jesus, was born in March, and that he was a Pisces, which makes sense because so many Pisceans are empaths. And it's very interesting that Pisceans and empaths both tend to dial in to otherworldly experiences easily and differently, and tend to have a lot of compassion and empathy, very concerned about the world. So happy birthday if you're a Pisces. Welcome if you're an empath, and or suspect that you may be an empath. These tips are for you. I'm hoping everybody is doing very well on your empath journey. I spend a lot of time giving tips and suggestions that may help your experience navigating the empath journey, be more pleasant, a little less rocky, easier to navigate. We talk quite a bit about the challenges of being an empath. Most of us have experienced some kind of pain or suffering or challenge or difficulty in our life, and it was grist for the mill, if you will, to train us and prepare us for the various life experiences that we would have once we were activated as empowered empaths. But being an empath is not always woe and sadness and difficulty. There's also a lot of very wonderful, beautiful things that happen when you're an empath. For example, I went to the gym this morning, and the gym where I have a gym within the complex where I live. And as I always take a walk after I've worked out. And as I was walking, this sweet little dog with its owner, I don't know this owner and I don't know this dog, but the dog, just ran towards me. And I said hello, and we had our moment. I love animals. So I was petting the dog and saying, good morning. Thank you for saying hello. And it was very sweet. We had this moment. And so those of you who are empaths, you know about those special moments that we can have with animals and with plants, right? And certainly with people and with other empaths. As I continued my walk, there was a big Doberman that wanted to say hello. There was a pit bull that wanted to say hello. I've walked up to so many pit bulls. I've walked up to wolves. I've just walked up to them and got down on my knees and said hello. And I usually get licks in the face and a lot of love. I've never been bitten, so I'm sure that contributes to my fearlessness when it comes to animals, all kinds of animals. Madagascaran centipede I was petting, and a tarantula, and I've held snakes, and I've held rats. Lots of animals. I love animals, so I'm pretty, for the most part, pretty comfortable with them, and I feel that they can sense my energy of love for them, and so they just give that right back to me. And that's an example of what we get to experience as empaths. We have this connection with the planet, with the earth, with the ocean, with the forest, with the flowers, with the bees and the butterflies and all the little, insects and horses and all the animals, camels, zebras. I connected with them all at one point or another. We also have connection to the stars, to the planet, to the sun, to the mountains. And I could go on and on and on about all of the beautiful, magical, phenomenological experiences that we do have as empaths. Sometimes you may all of a sudden feel whimsical energy, magical energy, a joy within, despite what might be going on externally around you in your environment or with the people that are around you. We have these, we can dial into, of course, the chaos and the dysfunction and the anxiety and the stress of the planet, but we can also dial into the beauty, the joy, the profundity, the magic, if you will. And so I'm hoping, brothers and sisters in the empath tribe, I'm hoping that you're also enjoying this journey. I'm hoping that you are really finessing the energy, flexing, if you will, seeing all that you are, all that you're capable of, and enjoying your own magic, creating magic, uplifting situations, bringing joy to situations, to people, to circumstances, creating new perspective, dancing your dance, dancing your magic, wielding your magical sword everywhere that you go, bringing love and light. I hope that you are enjoying the journey of being an empath, because it is amazing. When we get through the difficulty, the pain, the brutality of childhood for many of us, and we begin to recognize the treasure that's been buried within us, that was embedded in our consciousness long ago, before we were even born, for such a time as this. And that your own individual magic is not just for you, but it has been gifted so that you can share with the human collective to uplift and uplevel humanity's experience here, and to teach them that there is so much more than just this. We're not just hovering down at this lower vibration, but we are gifted, we are invited, we are given this opportunity to up level moment by moment and breath by breath, and with intention. We can live beautiful lives. We can master this experience of being human, and it can be joyous and it can be quite fun. So that is my wish for you. That is my prayer for you, dear beautiful empath soul, because I know that your heart is so lovely, and you do show up where you can, and you do offer love, you do offer light, you give where you can. You're the type who will give, the shirt off your back to someone if they need it. You're the one who gives blankets to the homeless. You're the one who feeds the poor. You're the one who prays for the sick. You're the one, it's you. You're the one that shows up and truly reminds humanity what it is to be human. You're so lovely in every way. My prayer for you is that you are always gifted back what you give, that you always feel seen and known and heard and loved, that you are witnessed, that you are surrounded by people and situations that can match your energy, and that this life experience, that this journey that you are on is a continual cycle of excitement and joy and peace and wonder, and constant integration as to all that you are capable of, and that you are divinely connected, seen, known at all times. That's my prayer for you and for me. All right, so today's tips, dear empaths, we are talking about the empath effect, the empath effect. And, empaths are here among all of our tasks and assignments. We are here to detect and dissipate chaos frequency. Now, the dictionary says that frequency is the rate at which something occurs or is repeated over a particular time period. The second definition is the rate at which a vibration occurs that constitutes a wave, either in material, as in sound waves, or in an electrical or electromagnetic field, as in radio waves and light. Usually this is measured per second. Okay, so that's what frequency is, if you ever wondered. Empaths are here to detect and dissipate chaos frequency, but there's different types of chaos frequency, okay? As stated in a previous talk, there are schools of thought and philosophies that believe creativity is born out of chaos. In other words, some of the greatest creations begin with chaos. That's so interesting, right? And this is why conceptualization is key. We've talked about this. How you view something is very, very important because your perception, your view is going to impact in many ways the vibration that you sit in and how you work with that energy, okay? It really does influence what you bring to the table. So if you come against a chaotic situation, how you perceive it is really going to determine the work that you do within that chaos and the message of light or love or encouragement that you give to that community or that individual. So if an artist can visualize the art within the chaos and extract the beauty from it and create a masterpiece, it would suggest that the artist is in control from beginning to end, right? From their initial conceptualization, their idea, the concept, to the actual implementation of the art piece that we consider a masterpiece. They're in control every step of the way. They see what could come out of this chaos. They create it, they implement, right? They bring forth whatever action steps, and then voila, they present this beauty to the world, and we view it, and we're just amazed by the artistry. So conceptualization is key. What if I told you, dear empath, that you are an artist, visualizing the divine plan for humanity's growth and expansion, and then transforming the chaos by transmuting it into higher light? What if you are the artist? Well, you would also have to be an alchemist, wouldn't you? In order for you to create these magical transformations and transmutations. And we have talked about this. We've discussed that you are an alchemist. So you are so many things. You are an artistic alchemist, visualizing the divine plan. Okay, this is so amazing. The divine plan for humanity, because you look through the lens of the divine. You look through the lens of God. You abide within the sanctuary of the heart, which sharpens the lens with which you view the world. You conceptualize the world through the divine lens. You use third eye. You stay within the sanctuary of the heart. You always transmute the energy. You finesse your own energy, and you sharpen the lens because you stay within the sanctuary of the heart, which gives you access to divine, esoteric wisdom. So incredible, right? So you see life through the divine lens, through God's eyes. You go deeper, as we've talked about, in your perceptions and your conceptualizations because you abide in the sanctuary of the heart. Abiding in the sanctuary of the heart allows you to have a deeper experience as an empath, to be connected to a multidimensional experience, to integrate differently, to download differently, to access not only your command codes that you get from base, but also to access the esoteric wisdom that is offered from the different dimensions that you flow in and out of, the esoteric wisdom of the ascended masters, teachers, angels you work with, as well as the legacy of your ancestors, the things that they want passed down to you. So you go deeper in your perceptions, you go deeper in your conceptualizations as you abide in the heart. You have the divine telescope and the divine microscope available to you. You have access to that to truly see the divine unfolding. And, you share this insight with humanity. You see through that telescope, through that microscope. But because you're also multidimensional, as I've discussed so many times, and your life force, dear empath, exists to be an illustrated, picture, a visual, a live, in-person live visualization or illustrated sermon, if you will, because that is who you are. Eventually, you actually become the divine telescope and you become the divine microscope. So at first you have access to that, right? So that you can see, and then you share what you see with humanity. But eventually you become it, because as you continue to finesse the energy around you and transmute your own energy and become more magical, you become the very thing that the creator, the source of everything, is using to help humanity up level. So beautiful to be an empath. I'm hoping you're realizing how magical it is. What a beautiful honor to hold this light, to carry this mantle, to share this gift with humanity, but also to be the vessel, to be the teacher, to be the gift, to be the leader, to be the sharer of this wisdom. It's really so lovely to be the container. So lovely. It's a really humbling experience, and it's the most amazing roller coaster ride of your life if you're an empath. So you shine, dear ones, the spotlight on situations because you're a telescope and you're a microscope. You shine the spotlight on situations that have the ability to up level and be healed. You do this with love and you do this with compassion. So you become the telescope that allows humanity to see all that is possible. And you show people that they can go the distance with their lives, no matter what they've been through. Remember, most of us empaths have gone through a lot of pain and challenge and difficulty. We've definitely had our fair share of suffering, most of us. And so firsthand that a person can get through it. You know firsthand that resilience is available and that the bounce back feature is available and we can turn that switch on. We've been through it, right? And we're still here. We're still thriving. We're still surviving. And we are not only here, but we're doing this human thing with love and with light and with compassion and with strength. We've got our spiritual muscle and we are teaching other humans that they got this. They can do this. The beautiful offering, although we've been through pain and suffering, it was not for nothing. What has come through it is a strength and a resilience and a courage and a compassion and a tenacity, right? We are sharp. Those of us that are in it to win it, we're sharp and we're strong and we're powerful and we're still compassionate. We're still loving and we're still giving and we're still generous. And we are showing humanity how to do this. We are showing them that they can do this. They can go the distance despite what they've been through. They can heal the past. And they can look deep into their lives and see the endless possibilities that still exist. Those things that appear at times to be beyond what is possible. We teach them to look deeper, to look beyond the current experience, to look beyond the current pain, and to access what is available to them, so that they can up level into higher light. This is ascension. Ascension isn't just one main event. It's a journey. It's an experience. It's a constant up leveling. And ascending can be very little things. It can be a little change in perspective. It can be a little shift in how you see yourself. It can be learning to love yourself first. It can be living deeper from the heart. It can be being kinder to yourself. It can be being kinder to others. It can be, yesterday you saw doom and gloom and you only saw a limited perspective, a lower vibration. You were dialing into a lower consciousness. But today you see the possibilities. Today you are embracing and accepting all that you are and all that's possible. And today, even though you don't know how it's going to work out, you just know it's going to work out. That's ascension, my friends. It's a journey. It's moment by moment. It's breath by breath. So we are reminding humanity that there's more than just this, that they have options and that they can up-level and they can ascend. They can upgrade their lives. It is fully possible. We're teaching them to turn the resilience switch on. You, dear empath, teach them to look internally and externally so that they can create a masterpiece with their lives. So you're the alchemist, you're the artistic alchemist, teaching humans how to artistically alchemize their own lives, how to shift their own energy, how to transmute what no longer serves. But in order to do this, you have to be able to see the art, the magic, what's possible within the chaos. You've got to be able to see. You've got to be able to see clearly. You've got to be able to see with a sharp lens. Sometimes it's that telescopic lens. Sometimes it's that microscopic lens. You're fully capable of both. And you're fully capable of being both so that humanity has an example that is pristine and lovely. So as stated before in a previous talk, you are fully capable of recoding situations, right? You have code abilities to transmute any energy, any situation, anything that you want. You can shift. You can shift you personally, okay? You can, of course, you can shift situations and communities and environments and perspectives, right? That's what we're here to do. But you also can shift anything and everything in your own life. You can shift your diet. You can shift your physical fitness. You can shift your eating habits. You can shift your self-confidence. You can shift your ability to focus and to study, to heal the body, to support yourself financially, to get a better job, to get promoted, to become more artistic, to learn how to dance, to learn how to do anything that you want. You have the ability to code and recode by transmuting the energy, finessing the energy that's already gifted to you, embodying spirit moment by moment, bringing spirit into all of your creations. You can shift energy like that. Within the quantum field, dear brothers and sisters, there are infinite possibilities. I know that you know this. I'm hoping that you are knowing it more and more, that as you refine yourself, your empath skills and gifts come more and more online. As you finesse your energy, you become more efficient. So it's interesting, as you put yourself out there and you allow yourself to be more magical and you start playing with energy, you become more efficient with finessing your own energy. And in finessing your own energy, you learn to love yourself more, deeper. And you learn to love to be in your own energy because you're magical. You start realizing and remembering that you're magical, and you start enjoying being magical, and you start realizing you're kind of like, whimsical, and you've got this different perspective, and you start enjoying it. You're like firelight energy. So if you aren't there yet, dear empaths, just know this is coming. Remain in the sanctuary of the heart. Abide in the sanctuary of the heart. Play with your own energy. Learn to finesse it. Shift and transmute. Bring joy, bring love, bring your heart, bring compassion. Allow yourself to be all that the Creator envisioned when the Creator conceptualized you in divine dream space. Continue to let Spirit guide you and show you all that you are. Breathe it in. Breathe in all that you are, all that you've always been, all that you have the potential to be, all that you are becoming. Eventually, your cup will be filled to the brim with your own energy, and it feels so good. I'm hoping that you're realizing how good it feels to be in your own energy, to be a divine empath abiding in the sanctuary of the heart, finessing your own energy, playing with energy, aligning matter and spirit with the divine plan for your life. It's so fun. It feels so good. And this is why, if you're not already feeling it, you will begin soon to feel very magical. It's because you'll be in your own energy, in your own vibe, and the amalgamation of spirit commingled with your own essence. It's luscious. It feels amazing. It's a very beautiful, divine vibration and space to sit in, because in this space of your own magical energy, where you are finessing your own energy, your natural authentic confidence rises, because you're not in competition with other humans, you're not in competition with other empaths, you're not feeling less than, you're not feeling like you're not good enough, you're not feeling disjointed, all those things we felt when we were little empaths. Going through the brutality of childhood, all that stuff, the disconnect and feeling lonely and feeling rejected and dejected and not good enough and not like, who are we, feeling like we were otherworldly, feeling like we didn't belong here, all that stuff, right? As we learn to finesse our energy, all that gets replaced with just magic. We feel good about who we are. We're grounded and anchored in who we are. We're still humble. We're still, recognizing we haven't arrived. We don't know everything. We're still teachable. We're still learning, right? We're still dialed in. We're still children of the divine. We're still citizens of the universe. We're still children of God, little ones, still learning, still integrating. And we recognize that our learning process will continue into the infinite. And we're excited about it, right? We love learning. When you're in your own energy, it's so beautiful to be you. There's no competition with anyone else. And you are carrying such a beautiful, authentic, embodied self-confidence, because that self-confidence is coming directly from base command. You know who you are based on who the divine says you are. The divine shows you all that you are and all that you've ever been. And you carry that like a garment, like jewelry, okay? You carry your mantle. It's in your skin. It's in your essence. It's in your eyes. It's in your smile. It's in your energy field. And there's no shame, and there's no need to apologize for all that you are. You just carry it. You just wear it. And you wear it unapologetically. And you recognize the difference between ego that's unhealthy and narcissism, right? Which is completely a virus. It's a personality disorder. It's a characterological disorder, but it's a virus to humanity, because it obstructs it. It prevents us from flowing in all that we came here to be. Dear ones, there's no need to compete with anyone. There's no need to be envious. There's no need to be jealous. There's no need to put other people down. There's no need to operate in power and control structures. There's no need to try and control anyone. There's no need to try and manipulate anyone. There's no need to try to be rejected when somebody doesn't want to be in your energy. It doesn't feel good, that's for sure, but we don't have to get stuck in it, dear hearts. We know who we are. We're the beloved, divine children of God, of Source, of the creation, of Creator. We are part of the all that is, all that ever was. We are a part of that, and we are an integral part of that. We are an important component of the ascension of humanity and the divine plan that is continuously unfolding. We are part of that. No need to hold our heads down. No need to grovel. No need to apologize for who we are. Even those of you that feel that are introverted, that are shy, I was very shy as a little one, very shy. So don't worry, okay? It's okay. Even if you feel awkward, even if you still don't feel like you found your place, even if you don't feel like you found your niche just yet, you are so welcome. You belong. You're so valuable. You're so important. And because you're an empath, even if you haven't discovered it yet, even if you haven't felt it yet, even if your community and your experiences haven't yet witnessed it or acknowledged it, you are an extremely valuable, integral part of humanity's healing. I don't care how awkward you feel. I don't care how strange you may think you are, and I don't care how people have treated you or assessed you or sized you up. In my life, I've definitely been minimized. I've been rejected, been dejected. I've been judged. There are, I'm human, and so I've certainly experienced all kinds of things. My intellect has been challenged by people. My integrity's been challenged. My personality, my authenticity. I know I'm no exception. I'm sure many of you can attest that you've experienced these types of things as well. And it's part of the human experience. But regardless to anything that we've experienced that was invalidating, disrespectful, manipulative, violating, unfair, whatever words we want to use, regardless to that, that's not our story. That's not our truth. That's not our mantle. Okay. Spirit has the final say in terms of who we are, who you are. Nobody gets to judge that. No lower mind human with a low conscious or a low vibration gets to size you up based on what they see in front of them or their limited mental construct. Please remember that. Okay, so no matter those of you that haven't quite found your groove yet, you haven't found your niche, you don't feel aligned, you don't feel part of the tribe yet, just remember you are most welcome. We see you. We love you. We witness you. We empaths get you. We do. Okay? We get you. We honor you. We love you. We're here to support you. Don't give up on yourself. Don't forget how important you are. One day, you're going to step into all that you are, and you're going to transform, and you'll almost look like a different person because you will have learned to finesse your energy and be in that energy and enjoy that energy, and you'll recognize how magical you are. And in that space of recognizing how magical you are, while you are open to others, you welcome them, you want to love them, you want to enjoy life with them. If they don't want to come around, if they don't want to go for the ride, if they don't want to be come to your party, you're good. You're good. You're good by yourself. You and God, you and spirit, you and the divine, you and your angels, you and your ancestors, you're good. You don't need anybody else's approval. And you will get to that point, dear ones. If you're not there already, you will get to that point. Just stay in the sanctuary of the heart. Continue to abide there. Get your command codes from base. Learn to finesse your energy. Be magical, unapologetically magical. Okay? And you will shift so many things. You will transmute the lower mind consciousness. You will help humanity elevate to higher light. And you will always detect and dissipate the chaos frequency. All right, so my loves, as empath alchemists and recoders, we are all dialing into the all of creation, right? And it is our responsibility to finesse the energy that surrounds us so we know what to keep and we know what to toss, right? That's why we want to finesse the energy. We want it to be clear, we want it to be pristine, and we always want to know, what do we keep and what are we shifting? What are we releasing? What are we letting go? Okay. We keep what is aligned, and we always filter out what is not aligned. And we do this before we recode things. So I've talked to you about recoding. Always shift out what we don't want first. Remove the chaos frequency, remove the lower mind, remove the constructs that are not helpful. Let them go, release, shift, transmute before you recode and activate the new paradigm. Okay, we want to always shift what's no longer needed first so that our creations are pure and completely aligned with the divine plan for healing. So as we prepare to end today's tips, I want to remind you that during times of chaos, you do have some really wonderful ways to transmute energy very quickly. And I'm just going to go through the list real quick. This is not an exhaustive list. It's just a list I use. Laugh often. Okay, laughter really dissipates energy. Declare good things. Practice gratitude. Simply say thank you for, fill in the blank, or thank you for everything. You can also say I'm grateful for, fill in the blank, or I'm grateful for everything. That dissipates negative energy very quickly. Remember to recite positive affirmations such as I've got this, all is well, I love how things work out for me. Play music, sing songs, play music and dance, sing and dance with drums. You can play a singing bowl. You can use a tuning fork. You can actually play any instrument, guitar, piano, cello, harp, flute, violin, viola, whatever, any kind of instrument to dissipate the energy. Sound and music can really shift energy very quickly. Tell funny jokes. I've met some empaths that are super funny, naturally funny. And I love them because I love to laugh. So tell funny jokes, get playful, make situations a game, especially when a situation is super intense. Use imagination and make it a mystery to solve, lighten it up a little bit. Imagination is very important for helping us calm our nervous system and to relax the amygdala so we don't go into fight or flight. So get playful. Imagine the situation is like a scavenger hunt or something, a game that you can play and you're going to solve this easily. Another thing, teleport to a time in your mind's eye where you were ecstatically happy about something. Teleport in your mind's eye. Go there in your mind's eye. Go back to a happier time and place, a dimension where you were playful, you felt resilient, you felt strong, you felt aligned, you felt grounded, you felt on top of things. This shifts energy very quickly. All of these different ideas, and of course there's so many more, come up with your own strategies. All of these things dissipate chaos frequency and create a clean slate or clear canvas, if you will, to create something with a higher vibration. I hope these tips were helpful. If you're watching today, March 20th, thank you for joining me on my birthday. Thank you for celebrating me at this empath party. Thank you for sharing your love and your light. Seriously, thank you for sharing your love and light in the world. Thank you for showing up as a leader, a way shower, a star seed, a beautiful example of love, light, compassion. You are my tribe. I honor you. The divine sees you. You are divinely supported always, in all ways. And I cannot wait to see you again. Happy spring equinox. Blessings.